Hey y'all, hey, what's up? We here for Slaying the Season number 8, and we're going to talk about eyes on your own finances, right? Why is this important? Important because comparison is the thief of joy. So if we're in a financial space where we're feeling good about our accomplishments, maybe the extra income that we have, we're investing, we're doing all the things that we feel are important to us. And then next thing you know, our friend, our neighbor, or someone else we know, they start talking about the financial things that they have going on. And maybe they have $20,000 more saved and $100,000 more in investments. And they're going on more vacations every year and they're buying their kids more things and doing more things than what maybe you're currently doing right now. And because of that, because you're so focused on your eyes are on someone else's finances, it then steals your joy that you had about your accomplishments. So it's very important that we keep our eyes on our finances so that we can really celebrate our progress, celebrate where we're going, celebrate maybe the things that didn't go well that we actually learned from so that we can keep flourishing and keep continuing to be happily in our current financial situation. So let's talk more about what that could look like and how that truly affects us in reaching our financial goals and truly building a healthier relationship with money. I'm Nashaya Richardson, the Play Money Coach, and I work with high achieving women who want to manage their money like a boss, so they have more play money to do the things they enjoy, like shop guilt free, invest more money, all those fun things, right? So, one of those ways that I actually work with women is through my Radiant Wealth Financial Wellness Retreat, which is actually going to be March 13th through the 16th, where I will host 8 women at a private villa in Puerto Rico. And we are really going to focus on them curating the financial blueprint that they desire, really building a healthier relationship with money and immersing themselves in this experience so that when they walk away from this retreat, they feel like, yes, I love money and money loves me, and I'm going to really accomplish all my future financial goals. And before we actually get to the retreat, what's going to make this even more powerful is that I am going to be working with those 8 women before the retreat through one-to-one coaching as well as group sessions, so that one, we're building a community of women that are supporting each other on their financial journey and financial success, right? Also, each person will have that intimate time, because I know money is something that we do not like to talk about, especially in big groups, right? So this is an opportunity for everyone to get that one-to-one individualized support so that they have their own money plan already set up while they're working with me one to one. And then we also have group sessions where we can really learn some financial strategies, wellness, empowerment, and do it as a sisterhood, right? So if you want one of those 8 spots, go ahead and book your call with meetwithnashaya.com or direct message me and we can talk about what that looks like. The investment is only $2,700 up to $3,200, depending on the private suite that you want in the villa. And that includes everything. So let's talk about eyes on your finances. So earlier today, I saw a post on Instagram, and it was this woman. She was talking about her finances, and she was crying, y'all. Like she was boo hooing about how her and her husband, they both work full time, they make great money, and they've paid all the bills. And after they paid all the bills, they only have $300 left over to get them to Friday, which was their next pay period. Now, it was interesting to read the comments under that post. Now, if you can, because I know some of y'all don't want to share y'all stuff, but tell me in the comments, do put a 1 if you're feeling good about how much extra you have left over after you pay all your bills, right? Or put a 2 if you're like, oh, it could be a little better, or I wish it was better, right? But in the comments, it was just all different opinions, right? Some people were like, I wish I had $300 left over after I paid everything. Other people were saying, like, listen, girl, I totally understand why you're crying, because $300 is just not enough. It's Wednesday and we got to make it 3 more days until Friday, or however many more days until Friday. Um, And I know how stressful it is to only have that $300 left, right? So there was different comments from different people, and some people could not empathize with that woman, that she was so upset that she only had $300 left over after she paid all her bills. And other people were saying it's just not enough. Well, that is why it's important that you keep your eyes on your own finances, right? Because, like I talked about earlier, is that for someone, that $300 could be life changing. They may never have ever in their life experienced that extra $300 after they have paid all of their bills, right? Where someone else is like, what am I going to do with that? That's like two trips for lunch. And then after that, all my money is gone. I usually have maybe thousands and thousands of dollars left over after I pay all my bills. So, yes, I would be crying too if I was her, right? So the reason why I say focus on your finances is because we are all in different spaces. We're in different places in our lives, different places in our finances. And if we are constantly looking at other people's finances and comparing where they are compared to where we are, that is going to steal your joy. That is going to steal your financial happiness. You are not going to be able to enjoy your money as much as you enjoy it, because you're going to constantly be comparing where someone else is to, as opposed to where you are. I want you to make a commitment to say, like, this is my journey. My finances are are important, and the things that I value to spend my money on, the things that I value to invest my time, my finances, my energy into, are the only thing that are important to me. Because you may be in a space where you just got that increase in income, right? And you're like really excited because maybe this is the biggest increase that you've ever had, and now you're like, okay, I have all of this extra money and I don't necessarily know what to do. It feels good, right? But I really don't know what to do with it because I've never been in this financial space before, right? And this is your opportunity to really make some positive decisions and to say, like, okay, previously, this is maybe what I used to do with money, where now I want to do something differently. And that may look like, because you now have more income, maybe you accumulated some debt because you didn't have as much income. Maybe you had a difficult time saving because all of your money was going to bills before, right? So now this is your time to say, okay, now I want to be able to save. I also want to be able to get this debt paid off so I have more cash flow every single month, right? So as you're paying off debt, now you have more liquid cash, right? I want to be able to increase my investments at my job, or maybe your self employment IRA. You want to be able to do all of those things, right? Where if you're comparing yourself or you're looking at someone else's finances or where they are in their journey, they may have already been in your position 5 years ago, where they had that big increase in income. And every year they're getting more and more promotions and bonuses and everything else on top of that. Maybe they've already built up their financial freedom fund with 6 months of expenses. Maybe they've already maxed out their employer's retirement and they're maxing out their IRA. Maybe they're already traveling 3 and 4 times a year because they have already gone through the journey and they have already been at where you are currently at, right? So it's important that you identify what is important to you, right? What are your financial values? What are the things that you want to spend your money on that really makes you feel like, yes, when I spend my money on this, I really enjoy it? Put that in the comments. What are your values, right? That's going to also translate to what your financial values are. So if you're someone that values family, maybe you value your appearance, maybe you value travel, maybe you value titles, whatever it is, whatever your thing is, put it in the comments, right? So then you can say, like, okay, now I know what I value. That may look different compared to someone else's finances and the things that they value. So if you are trying to keep up with someone else, you don't even know what's important to them. So maybe they like cars and you're like, I just like my family time, right? So why would you then go out and buy a brand new car when your current car works perfectly fine, when you actually really value family, right? Think about that. It's important that we then look at our own finances, eyes on our own finances, right? It's like when you were at school and, eyes on your own paper, no cheating, right? It's because that is going to keep you in that positive space about your financial journey and where you're going. Now, I will say you can look at other people as inspiration or examples of that it's possible to happen for you, right? Because maybe you're like, listen, I want that billionaire status. You see someone else that looks like you, that may be doing something similarly to you, that shows you that it's possible for you to have it as well, right? But that doesn't mean you have to go and copy their lifestyle and copy everything that they've done. No, that just shows you that it's possible for you to have that much, but focus on your financial journey, your finances, so that you don't get discouraged because maybe you haven't made it to where that other person has made it. And you also maybe not even want what that other person has as far as their lifestyle and the things that they value. So that was Slaying the Season number 8. And that's also important, especially around the holiday time too, because sometimes we get caught up in these buying these gifts and going to these holiday parties and all these different things. And we may not even really be wanting to do that. Like maybe it's just really not important to us, right? But because we have this outside pressure to buy gifts and go to the holiday party and celebrate here and do this thing and do that thing, bake cookies and do all these things, right? Maybe that's not important to you. So therefore, to really spend the way you want to spend or celebrate your holiday the way you want to celebrate your holiday, right? It's important that you don't focus on what other people are doing or society is telling you should be doing because it's the holidays, and focus on what brings you joy. What do you love spending your time doing? What do you love spending your money on doing? And that's really going to help you stay in that positive space around your finances and build that healthier relationship with your money. For examples on how things do things well or correct, value time with family over things. Yes, I am the same way. There are very few things that I'm like I have to have, right? Um, yeah, so I do value time and experiences, which is why for me travel is very valuable to me, and I love spending my money on travel, right? I also value my personal development and growth, right? Where I'm like I'm willing to invest in myself so that I can be the better version of myself, so that I can make more money and do the things that I enjoy doing, or I can have the knowledge and skills that I need to be able to do some things that I desire to do, right? So I'm about to call, make sure people don't buy me gifts because I don't feel obligated to do so. I want to focus on my bigger picture. And that's the other thing too, is that it's important for us to realize that just because someone buys us a gift or gives us something, that does not mean that we have to then return it back. So, yes, reciprocity is wonderful, right? But allow yourself to openly receive without feeling the need to have to give back. So that is also going to allow you to receive more abundance and prosperity in your life too, by allowing people to say, here's this gift that I wanted to give you, and you openly and happily accepting it without saying like, oh no, that's okay, you don't have to give me a gift, or oh man, you got me a gift, now I have to go out and buy you something because you bought me something. No, you don't have to. Don't feel that pressure of having to do that, because maybe it is not your plan, it's not part of your financial plan to buy that gift, right? And maybe they just wanted to do something nice, and it's okay for you to receive something nice without feeling the need that you have to give it back, or tell them no. Because if you tell them no, then you're not allowing yourself to openly and easily receive, which is then going to stop that flow of money to you. It all happens that way. But yes, so this was Slaying the Season number 8. I have how many more? 4. I'm doing 12 total, right? So I have one on Friday, and then next week is my last week of this Slaying the Season series, right? And we're going to close it out so that you can really start preparing for the new year with your finances. But let me know in the comments if there's any topics you want me to talk about over these next 4 live videos that I am doing. And I'll be sure to focus on those topics. But if not, you already know I'm going to come with some fire every time. It's going to be a different topic around either money, mindset, or lifestyle, so that you can, one, get through this financial season and feel really empowered and feel good about the financial decisions that you are making. Also, I want you to enter the new year and end this year and enter the new year feeling really confident about where you're headed in your financial journey, right? Because sometimes all it is a matter of us making a decision to say, I no longer want to live my life this way. And I don't want to continue this journey or this relationship that I have with my finances. I need to make a decision to do something different today. And the moment that you make that decision, I promise you, you are going to, one, find the courage to look at your finances if you've been trying to avoid them because you don't want to look at the numbers, you don't want to look at the debt, you don't want to see how much is actually in your savings account, right? You're going to find the courage to be able to do that. Two, you're going to start looking for resources to help you with that. One, I am a resource, right? I'm the money coach. I help women manage their money like a boss so that they go from anxiety to peace of mind around their finances, and they can really start enjoying their money the way that they want to enjoy it, right? And then two, you're going to then start taking more action and really start working towards being better with the way that you're spending, being better about the decisions that you're making, being better about the information that you're retaining and implementing into your finances. So, um, if you are like, yeah, I need to like start acting on that now, just book your financial wellness call. We can talk about what it looks like to work with me. But specifically, I have 8 spots for my Radiant Wealth Financial Wellness Retreat, which is going to be March 13th through the 16th, where I have 8 spots for high achieving women who are looking for a complete financial transformation. And we are not going to wait until the retreat to actually start working towards managing your money like the boss that I know that you are, right? No, I'm going to offer you one-to-one coaching so that you have that intimate space, that support on your personal financial plan, that we can do together, as well as that group community support that's going to really help and guide you through the process of improving your finances, so that by the time we get to the retreat, you're already in a positive space with your finances. You don't have to worry about your budget. You don't have to worry about your savings and your debt and all that stuff, because that's already going to be in place. And by the time we get to the retreat, we can really focus on your mindset and your relationship with your money. So if you want one of those 8 spots, book a call or direct message me and we can talk about what that looks like. The investment is only $2,700 up to $3,200, depending on the private suite that you want at the villa. And that includes everything except for your flight and your travel insurance. So slaying the season, I'll be back on Friday around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we'll talk about something money, mindset, or lifestyle. Later.